I have these symptoms and they seem to be getting worse. And now it's so bad that I'm going to really consider doing this special treatment. What are your thoughts? Hi, I'm Dr. Chellam, founder of Holistic and Integrative Center of Novi, the best place for you to find your best doctor, and that is always you. So that's a question that was posed to me by an attendee at my seminar last night. And here's the story. So she started having eczema as a child, in fact as an infant. And at that time, of course, it was treated with a lot of steroids and got better. But as they grew up, they started having allergies to nuts. And how do you deal with allergies to nuts? You just avoid them. But as they grew up further, they started having allergies to or sensitivities to certain foods. And now they're at a point they're afraid to eat. They're afraid to go out. They don't enjoy eating. So since it's become such a huge problem, they're considering allergy shots. And she just wanted to know if that's a good idea. So I taught her how to approach this, at least think about it in the right way. And I'm going to do the same thing for you today. So what you see here, and I'm hoping you're able to see that, everybody understands what a pilot flame is. If you have a home that is heated with a furnace, there is a small pilot flame that gives you all that heat. And if you have a big home, you need two furnaces, but they all start off with a small pilot flame. You have to understand every disease has a root cause. And I've said this before, but this issue requires and is worthy of repetition because people tend to forget. So this pilot flame probably is what was never addressed with her to begin with. So the very first symptom was the eczema, right? And you have eczema, and the best way to put out this other flame. So the pilot flame created a new flame, and that's the eczema. You put it out with steroids, a simple fix. And that got better, but as they grew up, they had another issue because the pilot flame was never put out. It's just the flame that it created was put out. So it created a new flame, went past this one that has become cold because there's something that's protecting it, goes to the next level. Now you have allergies to nuts. So the best way to get rid of this is don't eat nuts. So this flame got cooled down. But again, we didn't put out the pilot flame. So this continued and it goes to the next level. Now you have allergies to some more foods and a lot of other things. So what you try to do there is actually do antihistamines, right? And when you do antihistamines, this puts out this flame too. But again, the pilot flame is still there. Now you go to the next level where it's become a huge flame that it's affecting the quality of life. Now you're trying to go and get the big guns out, which are the shots. Now you have to remember, traditional medicine works very well to put out these flames. So when you have real flaming issue, they have the big guns in their toolbox. As a patient, we look at you as a person who's suffering, and our job is to put an end to that suffering, and what we have in our toolbox are drugs, because we don't think about the pilot flame, and this is where you have to think differently. So now if she gets the allergy shots, is she going to get better? Absolutely. Most people who do allergy shots, their allergies actually get better. But what they fail to understand is years later, they start having a new issue, right? It can start off, and I'm going to put these, because you've put this out with the shots, where does the pilot flame heat go? Now it's going to create new problems. And it could be, you could have psoriasis, or you could have arthritis, or you could have heart disease. And you consider these as different issues separate from all of this. So these were little symptoms you were able to calm down. Now you have chronic issues for which you have to take long-term medications, but you think of it as completely different. All we need to do is get to the pilot flame. This is what requires detective work, 100% partnership with a good functional medical practice, or a physician, or even a holistic practitioner who can actually address the pilot flame instead of trying to address all of this, because once we put this out, all this automatically resolves. I hope now this makes sense and how you should think a little differently. And I've always told you, Holistic and Integrative Center of Novi is the best place for you to find your best doctor, which is always you. And I'm Dr. Chellam.